Trade recap for last New York session. We took this little long here. Little scalp up to the highs. Nice little one because we had off of open. We're pretty bearish off of open, right? Daily gap above. A lot of imbalance to fill for sure. But what I'd seen as we were coming into open, we had London highs here, London lows below. So I was actually thinking we were going to hit London highs and continue through, trying to fill a bit further of the imbalance. But we didn't, obviously. I'm thinking potentially this next New York, like this move right now, we could be coming up here to fill more. Or in the grand scheme of things, we are bearish. But in the grand scheme of things, also we've diverged off this low point here, which on ES is down here. So depends. I think on the higher scheme, it's rough. It's weird. Potentially come and fill some gaps higher. But we took it, which I took a trade up to, and then we were bearish because we swept it, obviously. Nice little sweep. We ran in this market. The markets have changed. They're changing. They change in different seasons. Blah 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 blah. And I'm making much more of a note of it because it's super important. Like last week, I got destroyed, as you can see on my YouTube videos. But it's because the market has changed, obviously, and we're getting way less imbalanced retracements and less manipulation and more movement. It's just flying. Like, you see this move here, boom, we didn't feel this. Previously, we would be like, fucking in here, blah, 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 and then like this, whatever, and then in here again, blah, blah, blah. But even on this bearish move, we sweep, and there's no retracement to any of this, which is insane. Like, I would not take this 30-second entry because of so much imbalance, right? I would take this one. This one here is when it would start to come together because we get one tap and then we get a second tap of this gap here, which would be a 1 minute or something. So that's given us structure below, right? And this is at 976. 976. So we haven't hit any draws at this point. And neither has ES. So we're still bearish off of the sweep. See, much later in the session, we come and we feel the imbalance. That's normal. But in previous months, the imbalance fulfillment would happen very quickly. Like it'd be like that. Like that. Now it's like boom. Like it's more drawn out on a high time frame. So you just got to adjust. Which means my entries on a lower time frame, they look a bit scarier because there's so much imbalance on the other side of them. Like same with this. I took this because it was a really sick double tap. Like, we had this little gap here. It's small, but it gets filled with good price action. And then we get a sick double tap. We get really good PA away. We've already tapped this, and so we're moving through that again. On such a low time frame, that could still be a bearish move, but just with this PA, pretty saucy. And then the move here. So tap, then we come, tap this, but we still have imbalance here. So I'd be waiting for that to get filled here. So boom. And then potentially there's a short here. It doesn't tap this 30-second. But what? This is at 8 past midnight for me. So that would be like... Eight past midnight. Yeah. There's no 1 minute gap or anything in there. But that's where I'd be starting to look for an entry. So no gap there. So there'd be no entry. Then here, we still haven't hit any liquidity at this point. 947. Still nothing at this point here, right? So there's no point for us to turn. So here we tap into it. And we do not close below, so there's no entry there. We actually get a bullish move out of that. We come, re-tap it. Bearish move. So potentially the entries here off of this inversion. If I wanted to wait, I could wait for this. But even then, that's pretty tight. Like if I had stops here, sure. Yeah, it doesn't even hit. I'd be break even on that. You know, and then much later, we get the imbalance retraced up here. And then there's some sick, like easy as fuck entries here. Like fill this imbalance, retrace, boom. easy entry, retab, boom, easy. Like, damn, that must be news or something. What the fuck? But like the retracements don't happen early, so it's a bit different. It's different. Got to adjust. Very different, but doable.